Hello, I'm not out here. I'm right down here. It's Music. Welcome to my final closing time factor video coverage thoughts. And guess what? I know that I did post it on my time factor website, and you need to know what you think about this. It's ISIS. It's on the march. I can't believe this. It's so absurd to me. Now,
Welcome to Hannity. I think you've heard it all. The Obama administration strikes again.
Strikes again.
We spend more time.
Strikes again.
More
Listen
time
to this.
talking about what do you call it, as opposed to what do you do about it. You know, I mean, really. If Fox didn't talk about this, they'd have nothing else to talk about it. And
here we go again. Why in the world you try to strike Fox News, Mr. Holder? Marie says this.
More of them. So are the Egyptians, so are the Jordanians. They're in this fight with us. But we cannot win this war by killing them. We cannot kill our way out of this war. We need, in the longer term, medium and longer term, to go after the root causes that leads people to join these groups, whether it's lack of opportunity for jobs. We can work with countries around the world to help improve their governance. We can help them build their economy so they can have job opportunities for these people. You're right. There is no easy solution in the long term to preventing and combating violent extremism.
You. I can't believe this. So stupid. We talk about radical Islam, and now you try attacking us. Fox News? That is not nice. That's not like the full Mother Nature. Why in the world you try to attack Fox News? Give me one good reason why you try to attack Fox News. Catherine Herridge. What is this?
There was no immediate response from U.S. government officials. We know the Iraqi town of al-Baghdadi had been under siege by ISIS for months until it fell last Thursday, and today the Pentagon confirmed heavy fighting in the area. Tonight, the BBC is quoting the police chief in al-Baghdadi, who reports that ISIS targeted members of the security forces there, and a second news organization, Al Jazeera, is reporting that charred bodies, as many as 30, have been recovered, while Fox News is seeking independent confirmation. This town is 5 miles from the Al-Assad air base, where 320 Marines are stationed as trainers for the Iraqi military. A former intelligence officer who has worked at Al-Assad tells Fox News they could see the town of al-Baghdadi from the base gates. A military analyst with contacts on the ground says the U.S. does have satellite and drone surveillance in the area and would know in almost real time whether the mass execution took place.
Because al-Baghdadi is within essentially 5 miles of one of the most active training locations we currently have in Iraq, there's no doubt that we have persistent surveillance, that is to say 24/7 surveillance on this location. The U.S. intelligence community will know very rapidly what happened.
And tonight, a new 4-minute video linked to the Islamic State purports to show Kurdish prisoners caged paraded through the streets of Kirkuk, northern Iraq. It's not publicly known what happened to the men, but the prisoner convoy with the orange jumpsuits and the iron cages is a carbon copy of the circumstances surrounding the Jordanian pilot who was burned to death, and this clearly shows a pattern, Sean.
All right, Catherine Harris tonight in Washington. Thank you. And with all of these disturbing developments surrounding the rise of radical
Islamists and what have you,
I want you to know that they're taking terrorism very seriously. Now, they're hosting a 3-day-long conference on, quote, countering extremism. Ed Henry staying by tonight at the White House. New York Post reported today that it's a 3-day summit and on violent extremism and social media, but the administration will not focus on Islamic extremism. Won't even mention the term.
Is
that what that's right?
This is what it's all about.
Said that again and again, and they pushed back by saying and telling reporters, look, they're terrorists, whether they're Islamic or not. We're just going to call them terrorists. And so you heard Eric Holder, the Attorney General. They're not going to give in on that point. Interesting, because the president today officially unveiled his new defense secretary, Ash Carter, met with him in the Oval Office. They brought in reporters so that the president could again repeat that he's going to defeat ISIS. Interesting, because as the summit kicked off, Vice President Joe Biden gave remarks there, and he talked about what Maria Harf was talking about. You can't just have the U.S. military defeat ISIS. You need other tools. That's why Marie Harf was talking on MSNBC about maybe give them jobs. Give people more hope. That won a lot of ridicule today, but she noted on Twitter that George W. Bush, the former Republican president, had said that fighting poverty could also help defeat terror. The retired General Jack Keane told us today, look, those kinds of tools are helpful, but they're only going to go so far to beat the terrorists. Listen.
Everything from making sure that we are dismantling ISIL and not only stabilizing the situation in Iraq, but addressing the foreign fighter issue and countering the narrative of violent extremism that has been turbocharged through the internet.
You do have to counter the narrative, undermine the ideology, stop the finance, and get at the root causes of political reform, social injustice, and economic repression. That is true. But in front of us is ISIS, who is marauding over Iraq and Syria and now Libya. The only way to stop them is to kill and capture.
Yeah, in those comments in the Oval Office, the president did not specifically mention those Christians who were killed over the weekend. Remember the White House statement that came out from Josh Earnest on Sunday also did not mention their faith, just referred to them as Egyptian citizens. Interesting because today, Pope Francis, for the second straight day, called those Christians who were killed martyrs. He said specifically their throats were slit because of their faith.
Sean? It is interesting.
It is
they
interesting.
didn't identify them as Christians, and they were Christians that were killed for their faith and only for their faith. Is it coming up in any of these briefings and the issue, the comments of Eric Holder suggesting, blaming Fox News and this whole idea that they won't just say the words radical Islamic terrorism?
Well, there was no briefing today. Josh Earnest didn't have it because there was a little snowstorm here in Washington. You can guarantee that tomorrow when there's a briefing, that is going to come up. Something else that's interesting, I think, is that in contrast to the statement that did not mention Christians being killed, we went back and looked, and the president himself put out a written statement last week about those 3 Muslim students who were tragically killed at the University of North Carolina. And in that statement, the president said nobody should be targeted because of their faith. So in that statement, they did inject faith. Even though we don't have all the facts yet, we don't know.
It was just last week.
Just last
and
week.
the interesting thing is, many reports have said that killing, tragically, as you point out, took place over a parking spot.
It might not have been a hate crime. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know. Correct. All right. Ed Henry, White House Times. Thank you, sir. Joining me now, Fox News strategic analyst, Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters. All right.
Here's my purpose. Blame Fox News. Eric Holder. What kind of creature habit is this?
Has to be,
and it has to be
the highest among
them, and it makes me mad.
We should give
free housing, terrace housing, and all that. All you try to think about is all that.
For us on TV that need dental work, maybe free dental care, maybe that'll make them like us, because that seems to be the mindset. What's your reaction to that comment?
What's your reaction?
Let's really unpack what Marie Harf said. And Sean, Marie Harf is Exhibit A for the comprehensive
she's a
failure of the
buffoon.
U.S. educational system. That woman has a master's degree in international relations from the University of Virginia. Moms and dads, save your money. Now, what she was saying today about jobs, terrorists just need jobs. Then we give them union cards and a path to citizenship. I mean, Osama bin Laden was wealthy. Major Hassan, the Fort Hood butcher, he had a job, as I recall. He's a major in the army. Do you think the guy in Copenhagen this last weekend, when he pulled the trigger trying to kill a cartoonist and as many other days as he could, was he screaming jobs, jobs, jobs? No, he's screaming Allahu Akbar. I mean, this is sheer idiocy. But the other thing she said in the same interview was, we can't kill our way out of a war. Hey, Marie, war is about killing. You get out of wars by killing enough of the other guys so that they either quit or they're gone. They're dead. They're gone. They're finished. I mean, she heard somebody somewhere say we can't kill our way out of this.
How would the Allied powers beaten Nazi Germany or Tojo's Japan? I'm just trying to understand the mentality.
I try to understand this.
One wants to laugh.
One wants to laugh.
Part of me, Colonel, really wants to cry. And then you got Eric Holder. They continue to cling, steadfastly refusing
and try to blame Fox News. And give me one of the reasons why. And this is so stupid. And this is trying to let me say this. What's this? Listen to this.
Even at the summit.
Am I hearing things just the way they used to be?
Eric Holder said. First of all, the Attorney General should worry a little bit less about Fox News and a little bit more about Islamist terror. But it also, Sean, it underscores the one thing the Obama administration and the Putin regime have in common. They hate free media because it challenges them. And I'm sure Obama sometimes wishes he had Putin's authority. But now, consider the idiocy the sheer idiocy of what Holder said. He said, well, we're not going to call them Islamist terrorists because terminology doesn't make a difference, doesn't matter. Well, if terminology doesn't matter, why not call them Islamist terrorists? I mean, this is kindergarten Marxism.
This is the equivalent to me of
genocidal,
fanatical, a movement similar to Nazism in terms of its fervency, etc. You know, Reverend
Franklin Graham, as I heard this on my primetime news just an hour ago, and I said, whatever. It's said it right.
45 Iraqis were burned today, reported by the BBC and Catherine Herridge. And the message, though, of the killing of Christians was, you know, a message signed with the blood of the nation of the cross. And he said, imagine that cry. How would Obama have reacted if 21 Muslims had been beheaded by Christians? Would you think it would be different?
Or what?
Oh, of course it would be different. I mean, President Obama, again, he romanticizes Islam. He's just got a soft spot for it. And if you look at the pattern, it seems clear to me that he thinks the answer to the Middle East problems is to empower the Muslim Brotherhood. And I say that because look at the way he fully backed, beyond the bitter end, the Muslim Brotherhood regime in Egypt, even after the people rejected it. He will not criticize President Erdogan of Turkey, who's tearing apart Turkish democracy, crushing the free press, because Erdogan is a Muslim Brotherhood. He will not take on Qatar, which is actually treacherous. Instead, he elevates them as a partner. They back the Muslim Brotherhood, and so on and so on and so on. And the Muslim Brotherhood is not the answer to any problems I see. They're just a lesser part of the problem. And so you've got a president who resists learning, resists evidence, has a romantic picture of Islam, and just sees Christians and Jews as...
You see what also makes me sick.
There is a mental block, pathological disconnect from reality here. Colonel, we got to run, though.
Reality, because this is worse. Thanks, Colonel.
Christians beheaded and 45 Iraqis burned to death today. That's by radical Islamists. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. So there you have it. Try to blame, yeah, that's right, blame Fox News. Mr. Holder, who the hell do you think you are? Try to attack Fox News like this? How dumb and how is this going to be some kind of a creature habit of yours? You wish. And I'm getting about this tomorrow. Before I make myself mad, make myself very dispersed. Just remember, when Ash Wednesday comes, I'm gonna put I'll put a black ash on your forehead, and see what you think about this time. See what you think about that this time. Think about it. If you want to blame Fox News, I don't. No, you can't. Blame this. Used. Anyone else can be civilized. That's my opinion. As for you, Marie Harf, shame on you. Shame on you. You criticizing my the media. Shut up. I wish you could go home. I wish that you, Marie Harf, go home. Anyways, don't forget to Facebook and follow LH Music, Facebook.com, Twitter.com. And you know my username, LH Music Time. So it's TimeFactor website, lhmusictimefactor.com, so it's TimeFactor page on Facebook as well. I don't know, it's about time. I'm not going to play that theme music ever again. Just trust me about that. But don't worry, I'll play that theme music tomorrow. Even if it kills me. LH Music about to sign up. Go God's blessings. I salute you, America. And I'll see you tomorrow from youtube.com/LH Music 1. And so it's TimeFactor website as well. Good night.